For the Film 4 network, I have outlined 5 specific idents for the channel to give it a fresh new look and unique from the idents already created for Film 4. The ideas I have typically chosen are different from each other, however all match the types of genres which are played on the channel. The first idea I have designed is branded for the premiere of Bridesmaids. I have still gone for the well-known outline of Film 4's ident with the white numeral 4 with a red outline, but the imagery used is a cake with the bride and groom sitting on top, symbolising weddings. In between the numeral 4, pastel coloured confetti will fall slowly. When the imagery is being played, a voiceover will be spoken about the premiere of Bridesmaids. The budget will be fairly low as the props which would need to be used are inexpensive but also could be versatile as Film 4 may play other wedding type films. The second design I have created is law-based theme. The reason I have gone for this theme is because Film 4 has not yet created an ident which shows films which typically show law. In the ident, I have still used the well-known outline of Film 4's numeral 4, but used a different imagery of a mallet being hit in slow motion with the defendant sitting in the dock to create suspense and tension to the audience. In the numeral 4, there will be a close-up of the mallet, which suggests more suspense. This will help to show the audience that Film 4 shows law-based films, but also that the films placed on Film 4 are full of suspense and action. Also, when the mallet hits the table, there will be a sound effect for it. The budget for the ident will be fairly inexpensive because of the props. However, the scene, which will be in a courtroom, could be difficult to access as some courts may not allow filming. Another alternative would be to create a courtroom which could take time but be good, as it will be cost effective and also be very helpful. The third design is also outlined on the numeral 4, but the imagery used for this one is based on family affairs. In the imagery, there will be a family photo which drops from mid-air slowly and then hits the ground. Therefore, the glass will shatter when hitting the floor. The ident imagery will then do a close-up of the family's face with their eyes scratched out. This is to suggest that Film 4 plays thrillers and also films which are aimed for a large target audience. This design will be fairly cost efficient as a photo frame could get cheap, and also a printed photo is very cost efficient. The film will be viewed very easily but wouldn't take much time to edit, therefore the design will be effective. Therefore the budget will be effective and also the visual. There will be a voiceover present which plays while the ident is running, which mentions what channel the viewer is playing. Also, my fourth design is themed on romance, as there are many films which Film 4 play on regularly. This ident would use the same outline as the other 3, however the imagery used would be of a male and female kissing slowly. This is to suggest to the audience that Film 4 plays romantic films but also passionate films. This will also be very cost effective as there will be no proper props for the ident except 2 individual actors. It wouldn't take much time to film, therefore the tone will be low and there will be no voiceover, which will help to create a mood for the audience to keep attention to the screen. This would be a very accurate ident as it shows typical programmes are played in a slow, passionate way. And my final design, which I've considered for an ident, is a comedy sketch theme which uses the outline of a well-known numeral 4. This ident is to capture comedy films, what Film 4 play. For the imagery of the ident, there will be 2 comical people speaking, telling a joke. This could be costly as we would need to hire actors, and also there would need to be a place which will relate to the comical line.
Which idea out of the 5 do you like most and why?
I prefer my first idea about the premiere of Bridesmaids. This is because it would be relating to the programme which will be played on most days, but also that they can use it for other programmes to do with relating with brides. Therefore it could be used throughout the months to come.